won a Concrete Boys t-shirt. Did I tell you about this event? So, if I say the words Lil Yachty to you, do you know who? It is a rapper. What's my favorite Lil Yachty song? Let's see if you recognize. Oh, he opened at the Drake show. Okay. Hey Siri, play Strike by Lil Yachty.
Strike Holster by Lil Yachty now playing.
You recognize it? Yeah, it was a good vibe. Hey Siri, stop, so this video doesn't get flagged. Day 2, get up earlier. I get there at 6:30 this time. And I have a way better spot. Now I'm like 100 instead of like 300. And I managed to reserve an activation to design my own soccer jersey. And I had seen people with them day 1 and was like, where is that? How do I do it? How much does it cost? We'll get to that. So basically, while we were in line for day 2, on the ComplexCon app, you could reserve different activations. And it was low-key, like reminiscent of a sneakers drop. Like you go in, you try to reserve. Luckily, all your info is already saved, so you're just hitting reserve. And it was weird. The times loaded like afternoon first, then morning, then evening. So it was mad weird. So like I tried 1:30, I tried 12:30, I tried 2:30, I tried 3:30. None of it would take. So I just scrolled further up the screen, got 10:30, which was fire. Perfect. Security lets us in on time. Shit is legit. I went first to Hidden NY. Their Insta, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but their Insta like kind of blew up. They're just like Instagram curators, tastemakers, and they fucking fucked around and got a collab with ASICs. It's mad cool. They did like an archaeological theme, so mad cool. I love the colors. Anything teal, especially black and teal, I'm for. So that was mad cool. Tote was $35, but they actually gave it to me for free. They just popped it in my bag. Maybe because I was like low key like gassing it, because the experience was mad cool. And I'll drop pics in. But basically, you walk up to the installation, there's dudes in like sterilized, like, you know, the white suits and all, like all the rubbery shit. And they hand you a metal clipboard, which has an order form on it. And you literally fulfill your own order. Like you tell them what you want. And so when I finally got through to the end and was like checking out, I was like, yo, this was an experience. Like, this is fire. And he was like, you mean that? I'm like, yeah, like this was mad cool. You could like, mine for your pairs. You don't really mine anything at all, like shoot, it's in the sediment or whatever, but it's just mad cool. You walk through, it's like slow, they're playing like eerie little music. It was mad cool. It looked like you were inside a laboratory basically. The packaging is just mad cool. You can't see that at all, can you? My bad. The packaging is mad cool. The box itself is, you know, just regular, but you know, co-branding, prehistoric technologies, mad cool. Tells you name and info of the sneaker, pause to read. Mad cool. Inside of the box is sick as well. The sneaker itself is a gel venture shield, so it's got some nylon there, not Gore-Tex, but some nylon. So I got it with the intention to, like, you know, just wear it on like a rainy day. As you can tell behind me, I'm a Nike boy, but I welcome a different brand every once in a while. And again, it's teal, so I'm into it. Mad cool. The other laces are sick as well. They're like clear. I don't know if you can pick that up, but they're mad cool. I wonder how easy or hard they will be to tie, because it's plastic, like clear plastic. But I think that's gonna look really sick inside that shoe with it against the teal and all. That's just really sick. I love the hit of green there, co-branding on the heel there. That map carries over to the insole. All in all, I dig it. I dig it a lot. co-branding on the midsole there. Mad cool, mad cool. Very happy with these. I saw multiple people like immediately put these to toe, which, if anything, tells you like how much people appreciate these. And Asics is really like punching up right now, I would say. I mean, for like a true runner's demographic, Asics is like, I'm not gonna say king, that's crazy, but Asics is a very well-established brand. So my first pair, might as well get them at ComplexCon, you know. Immediately after Asics, I had reserved that slot. It's like 9:40. I had some time. That's when I did Concrete Boys. Met a really cool guy, Freddie. Runs a restaurant in Vegas. I didn't get to go, but he was just mad cool. It's like 10:20 now, and I'm like, dang, I gotta get out of line. And that's when the homie Freddie was like, bro, get out of line. I got you. Like, I'm here with my nephews. I got you. I'll save your spot. The line's not going anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, but the app said this is supposed to take like 45 minutes. Like, what if it starts picking up? He's like, bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. I go, I do my jersey. Let me see if I can remember the name of this place. It was the ComplexCon. It was like 3 seasons in a row. ComplexCon, Cactus Jack, something design center. I come back and they haven't gone yet. They haven't gotten close to gone yet. So I waited another like hour 20. Then they went. As they're going, Lil Yachty himself shows up at the activation, stops the whole activation. It's fly, I can't lie, it's fire. Like, it's Lil Yachty at his Concrete Boys activation at ComplexCon. Like, it was just fire. The whole shit was fire. His force that's gonna release is like mostly white with like dark navy accents. And of course he had on a PE version, all white. But with his logos on it, it was, I'll drop pics of that as well, because you know I had to get pics. They're nasty, like super nasty. And cool part about it is Freddie, his nephews got to meet Yachty, because Yachty's, call it manager, I don't know, was like, yo, this is for the kids. Like, Yachty, you know, he wants to make sure the kids can enjoy this. So they got to meet Yachty, that was mad dope, but it ultimately costs more time, right? So, finish at Concrete Boys, and I just realized I skipped a major segment. So let's jump into it. This $1,200 ticket, this boy right here, I bought it in August, long time ago. Sold some kicks to buy the ticket because it's like once in a lifetime. Like, I messed with Travis heavy, Nike's gonna be there, like the whole vibe. Not to mention that in this $1,200 description, and I'm gonna drop that in now, what sounded like to me for $1,200 was going to be not only a rage of a time, right? But like low-key have some incredible perks. Like, there was gonna be a curated room. There was gonna be a VIP welcome gift. There was gonna be like things, right? And at the bottom, because I'm a sucker, a mystery shoe. So that's in August, right? Release dates get announced, but they get changed all the time. But the release date for the Dark Mocha Jumpman Jack came and stuck. And as soon as it got announced, I was like, that's during ComplexCon. That's the Saturday of ComplexCon. That shoe's gonna release at ComplexCon. Like, I knew it. I knew it from jump. So all my homies that knew I was going was like, yo, you're like, that's gonna be fire. I'm so hyped for you, da 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 da. I bought it months ago. That should kind of tell you where I'm at as far as like my support, my fandom, my interest in this event. There should have been a situation where it's like, if we're gonna release them early, VIP, come shop, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna open up the outpost, VIP come shop from 5 to 8, then on day 2, we'll open it up to anybody else, you know what I'm saying? But it should have been a VIP event. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be ungrateful or nasty or anything like that. That could mean other attendees are wearing them or have them in their room, right? Or resellers. that live in Las Vegas that had no intention. Maybe they went to the con, maybe they didn't, but they have the shoe. How many of those people were VIP? I'll tell you what else I started to notice. The wristbands were just like this, but there was a brown, a green, and a purple. I don't know why the different colors, because they only, to my knowledge, sold that shoe. Like, different color wristband typically denotes multiple things are releasing in one day, so this is what you're after, this is what you're getting. There would be a green wristband, no white one though. There'd be a purple wristband, no white one though. There'd be a brown wristband, no white one though. Again, if I paid $1,200, I would expect, this is just me, I would expect some sort of priority access to that shoe specifically. Why would it be on the sneaker calendar for November 16th? The same time as ComplexCon, the same ComplexCon that Travis is hosting, right? That's a perfect storm to say, anybody that bought VIP, first come, first serve, come shop. Fast forward to the end of day 1. So day 0, I had to buy that hotel day because it only came with a stay for Saturday night and Sunday night. But my intention was to buy the extra day in case some releases popped off. Club appearances, after parties, sneaker releases. So I went ahead and bought my extra night, you know what I'm saying? I called the hotel back and had them join the reservations because I knew that to my hotel room, at some point during day 1, they're gonna bring me my mystery box shoe. It's the end of day 1. I had a terrible day waiting in line all fucking day, and I'm still pissed about yesterday because I couldn't get the Jumpman jack. I see them on people's feet all over the place. And I'm gonna tell you a story about standing in line in day 2. A kid has the shoes on, his leg freshly shaven with the Cactus Jack logo on his leg. And he says to me, he probably sees me staring at his shoes with like hate in my eyes. He says to me, dude, this has been my best day ever yesterday. He had the shoes on, had a fresh tattoo, and he said, dude, look at this. Turned his ankle, Travis autographed his shoe. He only signed like 4 or 5 autographs, and that kid was one of them. He was elated, he was over the fucking moon. And I'm just like, trying to keep it together. So, end of day 1, I'm pissed. I had a terrible day. I left before Playboy Cardi even came out. Respect to Playboy Cardi, but my legs from standing for 6.5 hours, just in one line. I stood hour and 40 at Salehi. I stood 2 hours and some change that morning at security. I've been standing all day. I haven't eaten. I've had a bag of chips. Like, I'm jet lagged. Like, I was just done. I was absolutely done. I stayed for Metro. That was fire. I left. And what was fueling me, I leave the con, I go across the street to the outpost, not open, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. Well, at least I know my mystery box shoe is there, right? It was. 2 of them were there. Did I not tell you this already? So I walk in my room, and we're gonna get into some lies for a second. I keep pausing this story, but there were some nasty lies told by some of you sneaker leakers and leaders in the space. Blue box. The Jumpman Jack comes in a brown box. You know the Air Force Ones you have, the Utopia ones? They're white and they say Utopia on the side. Those were super easy to get. I got them like a week after they came out. I just like wanted you to have like a Travis shoe because I think that's your only Travis shoe, right? Yeah, I just like wanted you to have one because it's November 16th and people have done the math. Now it's not even, I wonder if Jumpman Jacks are releasing, it's where and how. It's like, how do we get this done? You know what I'm saying? We're here, we have money, we have VIP. Let's do the thing. Wednesday night, the rumor mill starts. I heard from my contact that's inside ComplexCon that the VIP situation is fucked. Thursday, I'm at work Thursday, wrapping up all my shit before I fly to Vegas the next day. Now it's, I heard VIP is gonna get the Utopia forces. And the the deal with Utopia Forces is that apparently Nike got upset because Trav kind of like did that off the books. He bought or obtained a bunch of white forces and just lasered his logo in there and sold it at an uptick. So Nike was not happy with that. At least that's the rumor. Who knows? But it comes in a standard Nike box and it does not denote that it's a Travis Scott product. So that leads you to believe that he literally just lasered them and charged more for it. You're basically saying that like the VIP mystery shoe is going to be bogus, essentially. It's worth less than it costs. Like the resale value doesn't exist, which good. Break all resale prices, please. But they're essentially like being spoiled sports, like trying to fuck up people's vibe. And two of these individuals, to my knowledge, were not even at ComplexCon. So you're super nasty and your mama raised you wrong. Boom. Friday, one of the guys who had like, he was kind of churning the rumor mill too, but he was doing it in a less nasty way and just doing it in a way of like, hey guys, I'm actually here and this is just what I'm hearing. He tweets a picture of this box, but he says it's Jumpman Jacks. And so people are just so hyped to read Jumpman Jacks that they're not paying attention that it's this box. And immediately, I'm hitting X, I'm hitting Tony, I'm hitting all the fellas. I'm like, it's not a fucking Jumpman Jack box. That is a Jacks box. This sneaker is called, let's give you the full name, Nike Zoom Field Jacks, not a Jordan Jumpman Jack. So I get back to the room and it's this. And I'm like, whatever, man. I'm having a bad time. I'm texting you the whole time like, yeah, I'm having a bad time. Like, this is not cool. This is not fun. The wait times suck. Like, everything sucks. Most people's VIP stuff was sitting on their bed. Like, if you look at any of their tweets, their bed was nicely made and their VIP stuff was like sitting, like all kind of made up nice, you know, like, come out of there. A little bag with ComplexCon on there and all the things and the CactusCon and all that is like nicely set, like so. Mine were not. I look into the room and at first I see the box. It's sitting on the table in the room. So I'm like, F. As I'm walking towards the table, I see another one sitting over to the side. A whole nother merch kit. And I'm like, the fuck? So bang, two of them. I was like, what the hell is going on? How did this happen? I have two of them, as you can see, one in each hand. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I start like trolling Twitter hard, like, is there a reason that I got two? I can't figure it out. I go down to the front desk, and I don't want to play my hand too strongly, but I'm like, hey, is the, I'm thinking maybe they left it there with the intention to come back and get it and put another one tomorrow. I'm like, hey, have they already done the VIP thing? And the guy goes, yeah, they're done. Did they forget your room too? And I'm like, no, I was just wondering. He's like, oh, well, like a few people have come down here and said they haven't got theirs yet. So you got yours? And I'm like, yeah, I got mine. And he kind of like brushed me off. So I didn't say too much because there was two in my room. I ain't just gonna go bring one back. You know what I'm saying? I'm still salty that I didn't get my Jumpman Jack. So yeah, I have two Zoom Field Jacks. The leather on here, dumb soft, right? I'm not sure how this mesh is gonna play. I don't think that was a smart wintertime drop, if you ask me, but it's got Cactus Corporation branding, full zoom from the Spiridon. It's a cool enough shoe. Like, the leather's mad nice. Of course, you got the logo back there. Oh snap! They literally left the Zoom Spiridon heel tag on it. I expected that they would like change the branding on that, but yeah, your boy, call me two pair shouty. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm outside, weedy. Very happy. These actually remind me of, OGs will know, the original Free Trainer 5.0s from like 06 time frame. I dig the strap a lot. Pause. I like sort of like funky heights and you know, Velcro straps. Some of my favorite things have, you know, have some of those characteristics. But all in all, I think the texture on the back of the heel too. Hopefully you can pick that up. There it is. Cool sneaker, not the one I wanted, but as I look at them more, I like them more. And again, we'll get into a full review of these, but I am pretty happy considering I got 2 of them. And of course, as soon as I tell the homies, because they know how bad I was thirsty for the Jumpman Jack, I'm like, yo, you're not gonna believe this, but they actually dropped 2 in my room. I forget who said it. It might have been Lindsay, but she was like, well, just and get the other one. I'm like, well, maybe, but like, it's, you know how I am. Like, this is mine. You know, I don't want to give it up. It's mine. It's what I was given. I want to keep it. So 2 more stories, and this is done. While I'm in line creating my soccer jersey, and we'll get to that as well. I will let my beautiful wife go to sleep in about 10 minutes here because she is dying listening to me. While I'm in line creating the jersey, right? It's in a big, like it's the biggest building in the whole con. It's like built almost like an Aztec pyramid meets a Roman Colosseum type vibe. And that's, you know, that's the sort of vibe that they were kind of going for with this whole thing, I think. While I'm in line making my soccer jersey, right? One of these reseller sneaker leaker types goes and asks, in the line we got to meet the gentleman responsible for the success of Nike kits in the 90s. And right around the same time, on Twitter, this gets tweeted out cryptically. And people are like, hey, if you're at the Cactus Jack Coliseum and you make a purchase, you get this card and you want to keep this card, right? So my spidey senses go up. And I'm literally like in the middle of making this jersey. I'm like, hey, can we pause on my jersey real quick? I gotta pee really bad. Like, I'll be right back. It's in the same building, just on the opposite side. And they're like, oh yeah, just go straight over there. So as soon as they take their eye off me, I hit the corner, go into the Nike store that they had inside of there, made a purchase, and got a card. Later on that day, that card would reveal to be a sneakers cam. You open up the sneakers app, you show this to the camera, and it gives you access to this shoe. And at that point, I already had 2 pairs. So I was like, I don't need to buy another pair of these. I got 2 for free. Buying a third would just be insane. So at that point, I was back in line with Freddie, who I referenced earlier. And I was like, hey, open up the sneakers app, scan that. They did that. I think they got pairs. The other guy standing next to him did. Because when I pulled out the card, he's like, yo, you got a card? Yeah, I got a card. Scan it. Enjoy yourself. So lots of people got to hit. That was mad cool. That is the sort of release that I anticipated for the Jumpman Jack instead of the early old anybody, even if you didn't buy a fucking ticket to ComplexCon or if you're not fucking VIP, just come scoop them up. They should have done those releases in reverse. So as I mentioned, had a crap day 1. Day 2 started out good. I got the hit-ins. After hit-in, I went to the Concrete Boys line, jumped out of line to make my 10:30 appointment. And this was by far the coolest activation at ComplexCon to me. Now, I didn't do any of the WWE stuff because I'm not a huge wrestling guy like that. And unfortunately, because of the lines on day 1, I didn't get to do Drink Champs with Snoop and Dre. That pissed me off, and that was part of the reason why I hated day 1 so bad. And I also missed the Sneaker of the Year panel because I was still in line. So I missed the infamous Yachty Beamer Williams explosion. They've made up by now, but that would have been fun to see, you know? So hopefully you guys will be able to hear a little better now. Sorry about the baby monitor, but gotta make sure our baby's safe. So they give you the jersey blank, just a Nike swoosh. So screen printed some things. So like the swoosh is airbrushed. Everything else on the front is applied with heat. And again, we got the 2-7 on there. Shout out Eddie George once again. And then that little insignia is my initials. You don't get to know what those are, but mad cool, mad cool. It took about 45 to 50 minutes and it was totally free, man. Like, just as long as you secured the reservation, you got to do the experience. So just, again, super sick. Like, I tried to make it look somewhat like a kit that Travis would actually design, you know? So you got stuff off center, skewed, you know, incorrect font sizes and colors and things, like halfway between like hodgepodge and like intentionally chaotic, which I feel like is Travis's whole vibe. So yeah, after I went to design this jersey, I went back to Concrete Boys, shopped around, like saw all the other activations I wanted to see, and then I went back to the hotel at like 2-ish to drop all this crap off, showered, came back at like 3, waited in line until 6 for night 2, because that was Jack Boys, Travis Scott, the whole like Cactus Jack crew was there. So I knew I wanted a good spot, and I got a good spot. Like, check out the pics. Like, I was super close. It was a good vibe, until bonus story time, because I thought, okay, my night's over, like my experience is over, like trying to just like reconcile day 1 that sucked with day 2 and then day 0 that like felt really unfair. So Don Tolliver's performing, which was fire to be able to see Don 2 times in under a week. Saw him last week with my brother and Xavier, shout out X, and a couple other homies. Pete the Pig, Big Psycho. And then boom, got to see him at ComplexCon. So we're vibing, we're having a good time, whatever. And then like, we get like bumped hard, like not just like a, oh, excuse me, but like a boom, like in my chest. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And low key, as I think about it, it was a tactic. She like fell into us. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I step back, assuming she's trying to get past me. She parks right in front of me and signals her 2 friends over. So now I got 3 girls in front of me. I'm literally front row. I'm like hands on the gate, like front row, chilling. And they like bumped us, made us like kind of start and get back, and then just parked there. But music is playing. Don Tolliver's in our face performing. But so we're trying to like figure it out, whatever. It's very unclear. So we're just like, all right, let's just enjoy the show. Don gets done performing and Travis is coming onto the stage. So there's no intermission between the 2 of them. They do a song together, as a matter of fact, Can't Say. And after Can't Say, when Travis is like, yo, Travis, you don't think you're coming out, blah, blah, blah. We're talking to them like, yo, like, are y'all moving through? What's going on? And she's like, no, we're gonna be right here. And I was like, no, you're not gonna be right here. You can be right here, but you're not gonna be right there. And she's like, well, no, like, our stuff's already here. Like, it's not a big deal. We're staff. Like, we didn't get in until late. And I'm like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but like, we're VIP. We waited in line for 3 hours, and then the show got delayed. We waited 4 hours for these spots, like. And even the people behind me were like, yo, if y'all are gonna come up in here, that's cool, but you gotta be back there. There's space back there. Like, it was probably like my arm's wingspan, like a couple rows back, there was space. Because people that had been shopping in the con needed somewhere to put their bags. So literally all the bags just like got kind of like put together in like this bag mountain. So we're like, yo, there's space right there. And she's like, no, like, we're already here. Like, this is our spot now. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. Like, I understand your staff. I don't know what that means. Like, do you get some sort of like, does staff get a guaranteed front row seat? And if so, it's not here because it doesn't say staff. So what are we doing? Boom. She immediately calls me a dickhead. And I'm like, all you got to do is get me started, and then I'm exactly who you want to talk to when you come at me crazy like that. So boom, I'm a dickhead now. And I'm like, all right, man, like, y'all gotta go. Like, y'all bumped us out of the way. And she's like, we didn't bump anybody. And I said, no, you bumped us out of the way. Like, that's why I stepped back, because like you were coming through. She's like, no, you guys just made room for us. I thought you guys were being nice. It's like, no, I was not being nice. You bumped into me. I got out of your way expecting you to move. Boom. Travis is performing. Whole time. So like 5 to 8 minutes of this, going back and forth. I'm missing 2 songs by now. So finally, her 2 friends step behind me. Now they got to deal with the people that were behind me at first, because them people is not too happy now, because they got cut off. Now they can't see. But the one lady stayed right in front of me whole time. She had a bag with her. It wasn't nice, but I took the bag, slid it behind me, and as she went to fetch the bag, I just like got back in front of her and didn't let her back in front of me. She's like, I can't see, you big as hell. Move your big ass head out the way. No. And literally, like, she like cupped my ear and was trying to like yell in my ear, and I just respectfully was like, boop, and just like kept vibing, enjoying the show, whatever. And there was like a slight break where like, you know, like nothing's happened for a few seconds, and she thought she was gonna turn up, and I literally turned around and went, you're behind me where you belong. I paid to be here. I waited to be here. Have a good time. And went back and just enjoyed the rest of the show. And the whole time she's like being annoying, trying to elbow, trying to jockey back up. And every time she would move, I would just move with her, play defense. I'm not going for it. I'm sorry. Like, it's not going to happen. And that was that, man. Like, I didn't go to the after party. I low-key wish I would have, because Travis is notorious for dropping like new music at after parties and like club vibes like that. And he did. I wish I would have went. There was mad rumors that Young Thug was going to be there. He was not. A couple rumors that Kanye was going to be there. He was not. Like, it was exactly what was advertised from that perspective. We're going to get into a different video to talk about, was it worth it? That's like the #1 question I've gotten from people. Was it worth it? Would you go back? Would you do it again? Short answer, tune into the next video to find out. Appreciate you.